Here are 4 more of my favorite books. First up, we're starting with a series that everybody knows, A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. It follows a whole host of complex characters across a kingdom that gets torn apart by civil war. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to all, there's a greater supernatural threat on the rise, far to the north. It's not complete, which fairly rankles a lot of people, but the story that Grimm manages to craft is deeply engrossing. Made all the more so by the rich and intriguing, if cynical, world that he builds around it. Next up is The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. The Death of Ivan Ilyich tells the story of a judge in 19th century Russia who, when faced with his own mortality, has to come to grips with the mediocre choices that he's made throughout his life. This leads to him confronting his own unhappiness, as well as that which he's brought to those around him, ultimately finding peace on his deathbed. If you're looking for something existential, this is it. It's a deeply moving story about how we live our lives and accepting our final moments. Now, while I'm still getting started in the horror genre, Dracula was my first real exposure to it.